Casual Crypto Investor family? It is the Casual Crypto Investor, and I am back with another video. Man, Ripple, 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 Ripple. They keep growing. It's like the Energizer Bunny, right? It keeps growing and going and going and go. Well, Ripple keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. Man, we have some breaking news in regards to Ripple acquiring a trust company. Man, it's just amazing. With the lawsuit, they still keep growing. It's phenomenal. I really, in my heart of hearts, feel like Ripple or XRP is definitely going to be, there's going to be multiple cryptocurrencies that are going to do well and explode and all that kind of stuff, right? As the market grows, right? But I feel like this is XRP, man, Ripple, man, they are the phoenix in the ashes, yo, and they're just ready to just break through. And I'm here for it, right? And so shout out to everyone in the XRP community, anybody in the, like that likes Ripple. Man, I'm just excited. I'm literally like trying to contain myself. So we have some breaking news that recently just happened. I'm learning as I'm making this video about what's going on. I mean, I couldn't hold on and sit on this information. I wanted to bring it to you as soon as I found out about it. Some of you guys might have already known about it, but it happened today. And I'm going to get it. We're going to get into it. And so before we do that, let's just take a look at the overall crypto market. Currently, we're down 1.24%. Bitcoin is looking fairly good, still hovering under 50,000. We had a little bit of retracement. I know the stock market took a huge hit today. I saw it as low as 400, but right now, currently, oh my gosh, right now, currently, the stock market is down 653 points right now. Ouch. Mainly this is due because inflation is coming in hot. And, honestly, I know I'm going to shift a little bit right now, but, I almost feel like they're trying to put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, trying to play with these interest rates and all this kind of stuff. At some point, we cannot have, as a country, you cannot have this much debt and not have to pay the piper at some point. We can't keep kicking the can down the road. And so, but this is where a particular project like Ripple or a company like Ripple comes in with XRP. Maybe they can start tokenizing this debt. Maybe there are some creative ways that we can use some of these crypto projects to help dig us out of this crazy hole that we're in, right? But right now, yes, we are currently down 648 points right now in regards to the stock market. XRP is up currently right now, sitting at 52 cents. And so, it's crazy. So, it's interesting times. That's all I can say, right? Before we get into that, quick shameless plug, feel free to follow me on my Twitter. You can follow me on there. Great way for you to stay in contact with me. Sometimes it's easier for me to make a video than it is for me to tweet. So, feel free to hit me up on there if there's a particular project or topic you want me to cover. Just hit me up and, it's a great way we could also communicate. And then also I do keep an eye on the comment section. So feel free to also hit me up on there too as well. And let's get into it. Right. So it says right here, this just happened, right? It's happened today, February 13th. Ripple to buy New York crypto trust company, right? So let's dig into it. So Standard Custody and Trust Co., which has a New York charter, will be the latest acquisition to grow Ripple's regulatory qualifications, right? Ripple's acquisition plan to grab a company with a New York trust charter will expand the business it's allowed to conduct in the U.S. So again, with the lawsuit, they know something. They know that they're going to be the creme de la creme in terms of moving money potentially in the United States and even throughout the world, right? And so charter will expand the business it's allowed to conduct in the U.S., potentially letting it move beyond its well-known role as a payments network. The deal, Ripple's second recent purchase of custody business must still be approved by the New York regulators. So it hasn't happened yet, but, there's a good chance that it will. And then just recently too, as well, if you already know, first part of the year, Ripple entered $1 trillion crypto custody market with Medico, right? An HSBC partnership. So, they're looking at, they help with tokenizing like assets. So that's even a huge opportunity right there, and just the potential of growth for Ripple and potentially for XRP. Moving on, it says we want to offer more and more of these infrastructure pieces to these financial institutions, said Ripple President Monica Long in an interview with CoinDesk. We see this as giving us a lot of flexibility. She called it a long-term project, and she said Ripple is also still seeking to complete the rest of its U.S. money transmission licenses. Okay, I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I want to say I either heard or read that they have about 41. They have 41 licenses, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me. Feel free to fact check me. Hit me up in the comments if this is correct or not. But I think they have currently right now 41 licenses in the United States. So they're not in every state, but I think they have majority of what I know for a fact. I think they have well over half of that. Okay. So they're going to be able to transmit money in most of the states. The deal with Standard Custody and Trust, for which Ripple has declined to disclose terms and which is still awaiting approval from the New York Department of Financial Services, adds a crypto custody and settlement business to Ripple stable that would let customers maintain custody with Ripple instead of having to go to an outside partner, right? And this could play into the whole AMM thing, the automatic market maker, right? Of being able to lend out your crypto and all that kind of stuff. They can do everything all in the house under one umbrella, right? Moving on, it says Ripple is known in the U.S. for going toe to toe with the SEC and federal court over the regulators' accusations rather, that XRP has a security. The one judge has largely ruled on Ripple's side. The case will continue to be fought in higher courts. Long said the company's hesitation about the U.S. isn't as much about that specific clash as it's about the regulatory uncertainty over digital assets. But the U.S. is a major market, and we believe it's possible for the U.S. to emerge as a leader in driving innovation, she said. So again, this is amazing, right? This pumps me up, right? Monica Long, shout out to her. It goes to show you, like, they want to work with the United States, right? Just because they're having this hiccup right now, they're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, right? They realize that, hey, obviously the U.S. is a huge market, though we're in other markets outside of the U.S. But if they can get the U.S., it's like almost kind of like it's like literally a domino effect. And anyone who's not involved with Ripple or XRP, well, you'll at some point you possibly will be, because the reality of the situation is you tie up so much of the market that in some way you have to work with them, because they're kind of like the king of the hill right now. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And so yeah, they want to work with the U.S. United States, and I'm glad that they're taking that approach of kind of taking the higher road versus getting catty with them and say, well, like we don't want to even deal with the U.S. or anything like that. No, they're an American company. They want to try to work in America. I mean, what's more logical than that, right? Moving on, it says this latest Ripple acquisition follows a deal last year in which Ripple bought another cryptocurrency custody firm, as I mentioned, Medico, right? So they deal with custody, and yeah. So I'm excited, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, honestly, the sky's the limit for XRP. I mean, I know it's been a rough road, guys, and crypto gals, but I think there's light at the end of this tunnel, and this is a glimpse of what is ahead of us. So if you like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.